campaign trail. Man, can y'all hear me? Is this thing on? Y'all see the title? Gail King responds to Megan Thee Stallion, responds to her as though her response or her issue was Megan Thee Stallion calling her a B, the B word, instead of the real subject, which was Megan Thee Stallion lying to her about being intimate with Tory Lane. So because of fair use and because of some like little issues and warnings that I guess I've been getting lately, I can't play the video, but we all seen it. But I'm gonna play some of the audio and we're gonna go over that briefly.
Yes, bitch, I lied to Gail King. First of all, I didn't know that you even asked me about that. Bitch, I always want to talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was,
she said, that's not what this is about. That's exactly what it's about. What do you mean that's not what it's about? This is the guy that you said was wrestling or you know, allegedly wrestling with you and your homegirl or your homegirl, or she was supposed to be with him, but she was smashing him a couple of times or whatever. So whether you actually was intimate with him was 1000% relevant to what this was about. But you know, she's playing her victim girl, sister girl card, most disrespected, most unprotected people on the planet card.
yes, bitch, I lied to Gail King. First of all, I didn't know that you even asked me about that. Bitch, I always want to talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I like once, maybe twice on a drunk night, kept catching me out of my fucking mind.
Hey. He kept catching me out of my effing mind, like it's his fault for you being out of your effing mind regularly. But this is what we want to hear right here. This is Gail King's response to that.
Hey, I'm just sitting here minding my own business. People are reaching out to me saying, hey, Gail, Megan Thee Stallion just called you a bitch. Well,
no, that's not what the issue was. It's not, hey, Gail, some old messy want girls to catfight against girls because a girl's calling you out your name over here. That's not what this was about. She wasn't even saying B word to you like she was trying to dish you. She was saying B regarding you and anybody else that, you know, she was talking about. Like, yeah, that nigga such and such, or B, you know, she wasn't dissing you. She was talking about having an issue with you for questioning her about the real subject, which was, did you smash Tory Lanez? But you trying to make it about you, like, somebody called me and said that Megan Thee Stallion called me the B word. Nah, that ain't what this is about, even though you probably are that.
Megan Thee Stallion just called you a bitch. Well, I know you're expecting me, or maybe you're thinking I have something negative to say. I do not. I have not.
Why don't you have something negative to say? It ain't got nothing to do with the B word. You don't have nothing negative to say about the fact that Megan Thee Stallion lied to you and lied to the world on your show. The court of public opinion, the homegirl of Oprah Winfrey, the globally renowned and known Gail King. You don't think that you should have had a problem with that you should have checked her about doing that, perjuring herself on your show?
Nothing but great love and respect for Megan Thee Stallion. I do not. I have nothing but great love and respect for Megan Thee Stallion, cheering her on always. But there's so much bigger things that are happening in the world.
There's so much, she's going off of that, but there's so much bigger things happening in the world, according to Gail King, that she's going to be talking about, or that she talked about that day on her show, because I think this was on Halloween Day. And the bigger thing that she had to talk about, which was more important than a black man's life and freedom and the family that her show just helped to ruin and her guests, this is what she said is bigger subject to talk about on her show.
Like the election. Are you ready? Okay, so that's
the election. The election is bigger than a black man's life, especially a globally known black man with a child or with a family. The election is bigger than clearing up some perjury, you know what I'm saying, that was done on your show. that you were supposed to be responsible for, but she don't got nothing bad to say. She got nothing but love for Megan Thee Stallion, but she's trying to make it seem like the issue was Megan Thee Stallion calling you a B. That was not the issue. She said it herself. The issue is not me sitting here calling Gail King a B. The issue is that B asked me about effing Tory Lanez, smashing Tory Lanez, which would have had something to do with a motive for why me and my homegirl might have been fighting or wrestling with a blicky, you know what I'm saying, in the car. So that's relevant, 100% relevant. But Gail King.
Segment 1. Segment 2, Halloween, hence the orange and black.
That's the other thing on her show that's more important than talking about ruining the life of a young black celebrity male is Halloween and the orange and black outfit that I have on. We're going to spend our whole segment that day talking about Halloween and Halloween costumes. That's way bigger. That's bigger things to talk about than the life of a black male, you know what I'm saying, that has influence globally and has a family and offspring. So Halloween and Halloween costumes was greater and bigger than Tory Lanez.
The election. Are you ready? Okay, so that's segment 1. Segment 2, Halloween, hence the orange and black.
Are you dressed as a today?
Nope, I'm not dressed as a I'm just dressed as Gail King. But seriously, I got nothing but love for Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not nuts about her.
Let's listen to that again.
Nope, I'm not dressed as I'm just dressed as Gail King. But seriously, I got nothing but love for Megan Thee Stallion. I'm nuts about her. Bye.
Funky dog head. How dare you try to tarnish my motherfucking homeboy's reputation, punk motherfucker. Respect the family and back off before we come get you.
Yeah, I remember that. That's the same woman that sat down with Lisa Leslie, WNBA All-Star Lisa Leslie, right after Kobe Bryant, met his demise, and everybody was heartbroken and devastated. And what did Gail King have to say about our brother Kobe Bryant, which led Snoop Dogg to go at her publicly and call her a funky dog head, bia? She's consistent, right? Consistent, even when the most famous, well-loved superstar basketball black male meets his demise along with his daughter, and everybody is devastated. This woman jumps out there and sits down with another black woman on her show and talks about him being a S.A. criminal, a S.A. criminal. This is Gail King, right? But she don't have nothing negative to say. She has nothing to say about Megan Thee Stallion. Let's find that little part.
I'm just sitting here minding my own business. People were reaching out to me saying, hey, Gail, Megan Thee Stallion just called you a bitch. Well, I know you're expecting me, or maybe you're thinking I have something negative to say. I do not. I have nothing but great love and respect for Megan Thee Stallion, cheering her on always. But there's so much bigger things that are happening in the world, like the election. Are you ready? Okay, so that's segment 1. Segment 2, Halloween, hence the orange and black.
Are you dressed as a today?
Nope, I'm not dressed as I'm just dressed as Gail King. But seriously, I got nothing but love for Megan Thee Stallion. I'm nuts about her.
There you have it. I have nothing to say negative about Megan Thee Stallion, even though she called me a B, even though she perjured and lied on my show in front of the whole world and destroyed yet another famous black male. She has nothing negative to say, right? So this is why, we have what we have. And let me play the rest of this Snoop situation, because it's a little jewels in there with that.
How dare you try to tarnish my motherfucking homeboy's reputation, punk motherfucker. Respect the family and back off before we come get you. Gail King. Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? I swear to God, we the worst. We the worst. We expect more from you, Gail. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why y'all attacking us?
Why y'all attacking us? So, you know, that might be the pot calling the kettle black. You might not be the one to ask that question, Snoop, but that is a good question for somebody like myself to ask. Why are y'all, meaning our sisters, powerful, you know, influential sisters, attacking us, powerful, influential brothers? You know, whose agenda is that? Why are y'all attacking us? So, of course, everybody that heard Snoop say that could immediately clap back on him and say, "You ain't the one to be asking that question. We're doing what you've been doing your whole career, which is what made you rich and famous," is what they would say. You know, Mr. B's ain't ish, but 304s and tricks. There's no way that you can ask that question and not get totally demolished. I could ask that question. Other people could ask that question, even though it's a valid question. And he is accurate. But he's the main target. He's the main subject that all of these new rappers, Glorrillas, Sexy Reds, Megan Thee Stallions, Cardi B's, everybody is using as the justification and excuse of why that they can treat us like this and talk to us like this. That's exactly why. So now if you don't get that, Snoop, you know what I'm saying, then, you know, we get it. That's why people like me have to be able to speak on it. But let's keep going.
We your people. You ain't coming after Harvey Weinstein asking them dumbass questions. I get sick of y'all.
Apparently, they get sick of us too. Apparently, they're just as sick of us now because of whatever we've been saying about them in rap, you know, as we are about Gail King right now and Sexy Red and Glorilla and all of that type of stuff that's going on, because they have sided with the beast. They have sided with the enemy, right? Would you do it? Okay. So that's a great question to ask. So let me go to these comments, because I definitely just wanted to hop on here Saturday. I ain't really had none of this prepared, but I also knew that some little copyright Strizniks trying to be made over here. Wow, feminist woman standing on code, bar code. Yep, standing on code. Straight trash, both of them. Yeah, I mean, they doing what they do for real. It's a real code. They really are an unholy alliance. I want to find this. Let me see if I can find this. I'm on the wrong. Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, we'll just stay in the comments. I'm on the wrong template. But yeah, Halloween is more important. Halloween costumes, the election, just the fact that Kamala Harris was using these specific type of characters. Everybody, you see, they pulling out all the stops. Everybody of influence, whether you're black female first, you know, the black female, sister females that's influential, tapping all of them first, then they're going to the Latinos with the Megan Thee Stallions, with the Cardi B's and Jennifer Lopez's and whoever else. Then you go into the white girls, you know what I'm saying? Just they tapping everybody that they absolutely got any type of influence or control or power over, to get them to push this Kamala Harris thing, which is against, unfortunately, it's against, historically, it's against us, these brothers. What they all have in common, right? They all have shown, it seems to me, they have all shown a willingness to sacrifice their own brothers, sacrifice their own males, their own men, and their own unborn, Planned Parenthood type situation. That's what it's looking like to me. Would you agree? Would y'all agree? Are we supposed to be quiet, deaf, dumb, and blind to it? Are we supposed to be misogynistic? Are we narcissists if we mention this? What are we if we recognize this? Because it's clear to me. So did we expect anything less from Gail King? But it's no coincidence. That's how, in my view, that's how the Lord works. The Lord would make Megan Thee Stallion confess to whoever she was talking to, because that don't look like something she would just go on the air live and say. It seemed like somebody secretly recorded her and then uploaded it. I don't know. I could be wrong, but just the fact that she decided to speak on Gail King. She, the person that she just benefited from, whose platform helped her get to where she was, and it must be a hands off of some voice off, words off policy that you can't speak bad against Megan Thee Stallion, you can't speak bad against Sexy Red, can't speak bad against Cardi B. None of these harlot images, none of these Jezebel rap star images are you allowed to speak bad against. You can't speak bad against Beyonce, of course. That's the queen. That's the queen, yellow cow, idol, sensual, intimate idol of them all. And they tapped them all. They have tapped them all to push old girl. So I don't think it's sincere. I don't think they want to do it, just by how Beyonce didn't participate, how she didn't go along and perform, what I'm saying, in Houston at that rally when it was talking about trust women, reproductive freedom. She's a mother. She's a mother, and Kelly Rowland is a mother, but Beyonce is who they wanted to see, and Beyonce didn't cooperate. She just showed up, spoke for about 3 or 4 minutes, and bounced. And then you heard booing, and the crowd was leaving and all that, because they spent 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 hours there waiting, to see Beyonce perform. Thought they was going to get a free concert by the Queen Bee, and they got 3 minutes. I'm saying, and a tough girl man Beetlejuice suit uniform of Kelly Rowland's talking about whatever she was talking about. That, to me, that's letting you know that this agenda, whoever that's behind the money or behind the freak off tapes or whatever it is, to me, it seems like they got something on these people. And like it or not, you got to go out there and do this magic trick. Go out here and say what I say to say. Support this magician. Call her your sister. Call her a black woman, sister girl. But we see her history is consistent with what Gayle King's history is, what Oprah's history is towards black males, towards their brothers. That's just my view. From my view, that's what it is. And then you can't, you can't use Snoop as a valid critique, or he can't be the one to check you or criticize you, because, his track record. So they just got mess going at mess. They got dirty people trying to blame dirty people, and they don't want no real authorities, no real disciplinarians, no real lawmen and lawwomen to be heard until it's all too late, till the dust settle and the smoke clear, and whoever got voted for. Then they might want to let some real authority voices be heard, but it's too late by then. So that's why, like it or not, I don't even want to say these certain words on here. And that's why I got to stutter, because they didn't even clamp down on me. Shouts out Big Steel, but they didn't got in touch with him and hit him with a few emails about some of my content. So that's what they trying to do. That's what they are doing. Whether it's working out, it don't matter who becomes the president. All is coming down. All of it's gonna come down. But they want to put the black woman's face on it. What the diabolical plans that they have for America and for the world, they want to do it with the face of a black woman, with the image and the support and the blessings of the black women of North America, the descendants of slaves. So all I can do is cry in the wilderness, shout, cry out, get on my soapbox. This is Digital Soapbox, and that's why I'm shouting out digitally, trying to tell y'all and warn y'all and inform y'all of what the setup is, what the agenda, what the plot, what the plans, fattening you up, gassing you up for the sleaze order. For the sleaze order. Yeah. So it is what it is. Abaddon Ja, you want to get on the live with me? If you got any sensitive questions, I don't really play text tag. I don't do text tag. I don't do typing tag. I'm on a live for a reason. So if you don't have the testicles or the ovary fortitude to hop on a live with me and ask me your question or give me your comment or your disagreement, because that's really what makes the show exciting. But if you stay on the keyboard, then I'm gonna have to get rid of you. So I'm here for live dialogue, live interactions. You willing to do that? I'll be happy to answer whatever question or take this subject in whatever direction you want to take it in, but you got to show up. You got to show up visually like I do. I don't live behind gates. I don't walk around with no security. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for 34 years. So if I can show my face, you could definitely show your face. But of course, you say, I can't go live. Then you can't stay here then. See you later, alligator. You're gone. So this is what I do. You know, this is not Gangster Chronicles. This is not, Doggy Diamond, salute to, all the other shows on the network. This is Cam. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? This is the campaign trail. Shouts out Elmatic. This is the campaign trail. This is what I do. So you might want to spread the word, tell a friend, don't come on here typing if you ain't willing to show your face, because he'll get rid of you. So just steer clear of this page. Steer clear of this little session when you see me on. Right? Because we here to really address issues live. That's why I'm live. That's why I go live more than you see me post up pre-recorded stuff. My value is live. Live, hands-on, real-time interaction. If you type in real time, then you can talk in real time. If you want to do that, then you're not worthy of me even acknowledging you. So that's where I'm at with it. You can ask questions, but if I see, everybody can see the questions is based on some low-key hate, you trying to shoot some little shots, then shoot your shots live. Show your face if you're going to shoot some shots. If you got some honest comments and questions, yeah, you can definitely type them, and I ain't tripping. But if you know you got an issue, even a percentage of an issue with what I say, and you're not getting on a live with me, then I don't do cowards. I don't do cowards. Yeah. Caleb Productions, salute. Flo Rider, you shall know the truth. MT, what up? What up? And yeah, they always say that. Jamila, yeah. Don't come on here with the foolishness. Safi Ali, salute. Radio, Radical, salute, man. I'm on it. Loud Pacquiao, salute. John Roy, Dope Boy Culture, yeah, all of that. Exactly, John Roy. Yeah. Primo, the New York Times made a video yesterday. Such and such migrant who has been in the United States of America since 2014. Ooh, I can't say that. A 5-year-old was caught earlier, but was let go. Yeah. During this administration, all that's going on in this administration. Don't tell me what you're gonna do if you're elected. No, you could have did it. You should have did it. If you knew it needed to be done, why are you waiting until the last 3 weeks or last week or month before the election to say what you're gonna do if elected? When you and Biden was totally in lockstep, you said you agree with everything that he put in place for the last 4 years. So if there's anything that should have been done and could have been done, you were supposed to have done it already. So you can't act like it was a different president in office and now you're running like, if I'm elected president, I'm going to do this that wasn't done, in this past. No, you was the past presidency. It was your administration that the stuff didn't get done in. And now you acting like you're going to improve on somebody else, like somebody else messed you up. No, any policies, any so-called weed legalizations or whatever you want to claim as blackmail, reparations or whatever, you could have been doing that for the last 4 years. You could have did that as soon as you got in office. You didn't care about doing that. So we deserve whatever we get. If she becomes the president, then we deserve it. Our people deserve it. Thank the Lord, we don't give a F. I'm talking about people like myself that's independent, that don't believe in this voting system, voting for no president candidates. So that's a blessing. We just watch y'all bump heads with each other and go crazy and get emotional, and at the end, everybody lose. So that's how I look at it. Walk them down, Rams, salute. Yeah, Primo. Yeah, 1973. Yeah, man. But it's so cold blooded, man. They call it reptilians. No, reptilians ain't no real lizards or serpents or snakes or dragons mixed with people. That's just a quality, a characteristic of human beings. And our women have become cold blooded. They have become like the serpent that they allowed to whisper in their ear and give them suggestions like, yeah, you ain't gotta, listen to them. You ain't gotta listen to your natural male authority. You should be equal with them. You should be equal with them. So let me help you be equal with them. Let me help you gain power over your men. That's what the serpent says. That's what the dragon says. And that's what our women have agreed to bite that forbidden fruit yet again and side with the serpent that has destroyed your own men and sons. But you want to side with them because you like the idea of how that sounds from the serpent. You're strong and you should be equal with the men. You should be empowered. We're going to give you power over the men so men can't tell you what to do. Just like Sexy Red just said, don't tell me what to do with my Uchi Wally Wally. I just voted. Like, ain't no dudes want to tell you what to do with your Uchi. This ain't got to do with what you doing with your Uchi. It's what you doing with that baby that you just produced from doing whatever you wanted to do with your Uchi. Don't tell me what to do with my child. That's my child too. But it's supposed to be your child because it's in your body. No, that's satanic. That's satanic. So it's time to call it out. And I'm doing my job for whoever will listen. If I can get to one mind, I'm successful. If I get on here and get to one mind and change or affect one mind with truth, with morality, then I did my job. Because all it takes is one person. Jesus was just one person. Muhammad was just one person. Mary was just one person. Harriet Tubman was just one person. So I don't care about no views and numbers and all of that. My job is to get your blood off of my hands and to affect positively that one person that's going to affect the whole world. Just like Tupac said, rest in peace, a long time ago. He going to spark the brain, of somebody that, all of that's real. So I'm not here for the same reason the other YouTubers is here. I'm not rapping for the same reason the other rappers rap. I'm not like them. They not like me. So that's, that's what that is. That's all. And then once the smoke clear and, the enemy that you believed in that was going to make you equal, that was going to make you rulers over your own males, that was going to help give you power over your own men, as though your own men was the problem. No, the one that enslaved you and ran through you and violated you is the one that you partnering up with. That's the one that you're listening to against your own men that didn't do that to you. So who are you fighting? Who are you supposed to be fighting? Oh, you're opportunists. You're a 304 opportunist. 304 opportunists. You don't have faith in a real God. You're not into real struggle. You're anti-struggle. I don't do struggle. Yeah, well, that's what a helpmeet is. help. Man must be struggling with something because God created you to help him. If it wasn't about struggle, he wouldn't need help, right? But I ain't supposed to struggle. He's supposed to already have it. Then he don't need you. And God don't need you either. He made you to help him struggle. And if you don't want to struggle, then you don't need to be here. So you don't need to be here because we definitely don't need you. And if you're not fulfilling your nature and your purpose and your role of why God created you, well, that's why I don't want to be a woman. That's why Rainbow and Kamala I can be a man. Or I can be some other thing that they just made up. Yeah, okay, well, vote for that. Vote for that as it was in the days of Noah and Lot, Sodom and Gomorrah. Vote for that. Good. Identify yourself. Yeah. That's what we here talking about. So Gail King responds to Megan Thee Stallion, lying to her about smashing Tory Lanez and deflects everything. Try to make it seem like the issue or the scandal was, girl, Megan Thee Stallion called you a B. She called you the B word. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It got to do with Megan Thee Stallion admitted that she lied to you. She lied to the whole world on your show, Gail King. What is your responsibility? Are you going to check her? Are you going to correct her? Are you going to repudiate her? Hell to the dawn. You're going to say, that's I love everything she do, right or wrong. I adore her, whatever she said about that. I ain't got nothing negative to say about her. But every black male that I get on my show or that I talk about on my show, it ain't love for them. It ain't love for us. You see where we end up. You talking about us when we can't even talk and defend ourselves. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. The only thing you can focus on talking about Kobe to his sister, Lisa Leslie, is you trying to go into some scandalous, what he allegedly did to the white girl in the hotel and this and that, and bringing up old wounds where his wife is grieving that she's a widow now, grieving other daughters and lost her, they father and her sister, and you gonna bring up what? Straight snake, straight serpent, straight dragon, straight poison enemy. And that's what our women have become. And that's why she's best friends with Oprah. That's why they're best friends with Beyonce. That's why they're best friends with Kamala Harris. That's why they're best friends with Megan Thee Stallion and Sexy Red and pushing all of these characters. That's why. Who's going to check them? Who's going to speak against all of this? Snoop tried, right? He got at Gail and said, you funky dog head, something, whatever. But did he apologize? I think he apologized, didn't he? Didn't he apologize for that? Or am I tripping? Why would you apologize for what? Megan just called you a B. She didn't have to apologize. Why did you apologize? Because they all bought and paid for. They all bought and sold. And the last time you heard a FOI apologize to any of these characters? And the last time you heard an MGT apologize to any of these characters? No. And you won't. You won't. Matter of fact, the minister even kind of backed Snoop up on that, calling old girl that. He's like, I understand it. I understand it. I'm not going to say he shouldn't have said that. Minister Farrakhan said that about how he got at Gail. So why you apologize? The Messiah, your black leader, said you didn't say nothing wrong. Why did you apologize? So you see why they don't got me on none of this. You know what I'm saying? It ain't because Cam fell off. Cam ain't never fell off. These same characters is calling me when they life in danger or when they need me to write the most heartfelt, important songs of their life and all of that. Yeah. But you're not going to shut me up on this neither. They know they can't control me. They can't shut me up. And they know I represent the Messiah. I represent the real nation of God and the real army. So you just got to leave me alone. You got to act like Candyman. I'm Candyman or Beetlejuice and shit. the opposite of Destiny Child. Don't say my name. Don't say his name. Don't say his name. Don't say his name. Yeah. So we got it all on record. It's all receipts. Am I saying anything wrong? You don't like it, but it's not wrong. So this wasn't about Megan Thee Stallion saying she called you a B. No, this was about her lying, perjuring herself. She perjured herself. It didn't have to be in a court of law. It was on the court of public opinion, global media. You perjured yourself. She asked you, did you smash Tory Lane? Did y'all have a intimate relationship? And she said no. She said no. That's relevant to why you would be fighting. You and your homegirl would be fighting in the first place. Why was you mad? Why was y'all mad? Y'all was at the pool party or whoever pool party that night or whatever, and y'all fighting and y'all left because of what? Because you found out what? Or you saw what? That's 1,000% relevant. You was smashing him. That's why your homegirl was mad at you. And if y'all both sloppy drunk and, out of y'all mind, as you would say on a regular basis, maybe that's how that whole thing happened. Maybe that was the motive. Maybe that's why you lied and you didn't want to say that part, because you knew that was directly related. But Gail King is supposed to be a journalist. She's supposed to be such top tier journalist. Why she wouldn't check that? Why she wouldn't refile and reopen that subject? No matter what she does, I adore her, or, whatever she said. Nothing, all right, yeah, that's why all y'all gonna burning, y'all gonna burn like y'all gonna burn. Unfortunately, we have the hadith, we have the prophecy of the majority of the inmates of hell, of who is going to be filled with. Hell is mostly going to be filled with a certain gender, according to, Islamic prophecy. And we see that clearly. And we're taught that 75% of our problem, the problem of mental death, and the work, 75% of the work of resurrecting our people from it, is with and on our women. Our women. 75% of the problem. That's because they carry the womb, they carry the child. So whatever mental condition that they in, whatever poison concepts and issues and whatever traumas that they got, they directly affect the offspring. So you got a problem with this generation. The women produce the generation. The women are the first teachers. This is the factory that produces both males and females. You don't like that, huh? You want to blame somebody else. You want to blame the God, huh? You want to blame the man, huh? But how is that when you screaming my body, my choice, and you can't tell us what to do with our uchi wally wally? So you want to blame men when it's convenient, but then you want the benefits of power and control over them. You want equality and power over them to do whatever you want to do until you get yourself in trouble. Then it's our fault. Right. We caught you when you was out of your mind on a drunk night. So I smashed him maybe once or twice, but it was his fault for catching me, on a drunk night. Yeah, that's why it's a wrap. That's why it's a wrap. And my job is to clearly put it out there for you, because you won't be able to unhear this. The real God and the real judgment is based on hearing, is based on speaking a word and hearing a word spoke. And speaking it from somebody that doesn't have the guilt and the crimes and the track record of a Snoop Dogg or R. Kelly or P. Diddy, because they could be telling some profound truths and revelations from God, but you're not going to hear it. You're going to be like, nigga, Diddy said what? Snoop Dogg said what? Tory Lane said what? Nah, Farrakhan said what? And his sons and daughters said what? Y'all killed Malcolm X and y'all, yeah, all right, whatever. But you can't unhear this. You can't unhear this. You're convicted once you hear this. This gonna go to sleep with you. This gonna wake up with you. This gonna be on the toilet with you. This gonna be smashing. And when you in the dope spot, you can't unhear conviction words from the real God. So I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job. I don't get paid money from my open enemy for this. I get paid from my God by this. This is God business. And I don't mean religion God, not the God of religion, the real God of reality, the warrior, the man of war God. That's who I get paid from. Yeah. But would anybody like to get on live with me and, talk about it or talk with me before I get off here? Because I'm gonna stay on here maybe 10 more minutes, because this is actually Glasses is no ceilings template. So all my stuff that I intended to show is not on this template. Kingdom United TV, they hitting channel with commercials so hard you doing something like, well, yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? Yeah, no matter what. What are y'all thoughts though about this? Should Gail King have checked? Shouldn't Gail King repudiate Megan Thee Stallion? Should his case be refiled? Should he be able to reopen his case based on what she just said? What do y'all think? Do women lie? Kamala Harris just did a campaign. Her whole campaign is trust women, trust women, trust women. Why should we trust women? Because they're women? Trust women to do what? Trust women to delete their own children, 500,000 per year? Trust women to do what? Trust women to rule over men? What? Trust women to do what? What exactly are we trusting women for? Because according to her campaigns, her number one topic that she campaigning on is reproductive freedom. Trust women to do something regarding reproduction. Trust women to not reproduce. Is that what you're saying? Trust women to do what? Am I lying? Am I taking this out of context, or am I exactly on context? Is her banners on her rallies saying reproductive freedom, trust women, trust women, trust women, or are they not? That is the subject that she's pushing the hardest on and trying to act like Trump is against. Trump is against, he's banning the ABs. He's banning the terminations. Okay, you a Christian? What does your God say? We didn't have that through slavery, 400 years of slavery. We didn't have no Planned Parenthood clinics. What is your God's position on that? Oh, well, let's not bring God into this. Let's not bring God and leave God out of this. Oh, okay. Well, that's why. That's why y'all all the way out of control and hellbound, spellbound and hellbound. Spellbound and hellbound. And I don't mind calling it out, because I spent the first part of my life appealing and crying and calling out for y'all to come out of that behavior. You know what I'm saying? To unite, to clean up. If some soldiers, some real righteous soldiers that want to do justice by you, that want to husband you, that want to respect you, that want to protect you, you don't want that. You want it on your terms. You already have obeyed the serpent. So even if you do act like you want it on your terms. You want to be the boss of how your man, runs the household. That means you're the boss. So you all the way against your own nature. You all the way against the laws of the God that you claim. You're all the way in hypocrisy. All the way hypocrites. So you can't justify it with God. God ain't with none of it. God ain't with Planned Parenthood. I thought all things was possible through Christ. So if you can't pray, if you needed a termination, if you needed a fake, a child to be whatever, you can't pray to Jesus and he do it miraculously, like he produced Jesus. You can't just pray for it and it'll miscarry or something. Like, you can't, like, why you got to run to the slave master to get it done? The former slave masters people. Why you got to run to them? Why did you have to run to Dr. Fauci? Why did you run to Dr. Fauci instead of pray to Jesus to protect you from the pandemic? Is these questions too real? Because we got answers for them. You can ask me any of those questions, and I'm going to tell you the real flesh and blood God that I believe in, or the real flesh and blood Messiah that I listen to and obey, and didn't take this and didn't do this because of he said it. I'm going to tell you exactly who I follow and who I pray to, who my track record of success comes from. Can you tell me yours? Can you show me yours? Well, God is my man. Jesus is my man. Jesus who? What Jesus? What Jesus is your man? I see the cross on your neck. I see you in these new videos with your fake boobs blasting out with the little cross in the cleavage. What Jesus is that? That's the double cross, huh? That ain't the Jesus cross, is it? That's the other cross. Anybody? Can anybody tell me if I'm seeing things wrong? Here go the StreamYard link. Here go the StreamYard link. Digital Soapbox Network. Gail King responds to Megan Thee Stallion, not clapping back at her, not checking her for lying, not holding her accountable. Oh God, no. That's a Halloween costume. That's what won the scariest Halloween costume contest 2 days ago. Accountability outfit. Accountability. Everybody took off in the other direction. The accountability costume. That won every scariest costume award for Halloween. Yeah. They supposed to be the big dogs though, right? Ain't Oprah the big dog? Oprah and Beyonce. Oprah and Beyonce. Would y'all agree that Oprah and Beyonce kind of like represents the, two halves of the same coin, both halves of the same woman power, and one is powerful according to money and I guess corporate type, and the other one is powerful according to sexuality, sexual goddess, beauty, and influence. Would y'all agree with that? Oprah and Beyonce. What up, Ed?
Can I peace?
Peace to you.
Hey, I'm a Johnny come lately on this one, man. I've been running around all day trying to handle stuff. But I mean, just the last little bit I caught you with is just you coming with that power again, man, with that knowledge and that well, what we need is black men. I caught the part where you said trust a woman on what? Man, what should we trust the woman for? I don't want to seem like they got that term misogynist or whatever,
Yeah,
or a woman basher. But our women has assimilated all the ways and attributes of the devil himself, man. We got this big, they into this reproductive rights. Re means again, produce means to make something. So reproduce means to make something again. They beating, they shooting their horns over death, man. It ain't no way around it. Abortion is death, man.
Yeah, of the most innocent, helpless, holy, precious human life. It don't get no more, that people be accusing Diddy or these Hollywood people of sacrifices, and you got to sacrifice a child or whatever. Like, ain't this the ultimate? Ain't this the most ultimate, genocidal ritual that
right
we've known about? Like, I don't know of no other specific enemy like the KKK or the Nazis or whoever that's done more than our own sisters have done against our own children.
No, that's indisputable. That's indisputable, man. It just seems like they, like I said, they've assimilated all the attributes of the devil, which is against God. The devil is against life, man, against what's right, and we are gods on earth under the most high power, and they totally against it. So they're against us. It seems like the woman has become our enemy, man, but
yeah, I mean, we become our own enemy too. You know what I'm saying? Those of us that carry the mind of the beast and look at each other like the beast looks at us. That's why gang banging is so,
Oh man.
So we got it bad too. We're poisoned the same way, but they're unfortunately poisoned more because they carry the child, they carry human life, and they're influenced by us. They reflect in what we do.
Right. Now you spot on, bro. And just why do they look up to Oprah? What is Oprah? What is she? Why would you follow Oprah Winfrey or Beyonce? Like, I'm in Houston, man. Like, what is a Beyonce? And I mean, the majority of the women out here, they want to be a Beyonce, man. They throw on the blonde wig, they throw on the lashes. They got the boss bitch attitude and all that, man. All that's counterproductive, man, to righteousness and life, man. It's just it went too far, man. You just went too far.
Yeah, it's definitely too far. But the same way that we seeing judgment coming down on Diddy, we're gonna see judgment coming down, unfortunately, on Jay-Z, on everybody else that's been enabling the Beyonce, Oprah, Cardi B type mentality. Is the males that had the ability to check them, like Adam should have checked Eve and didn't. They're gonna get it worse than these females is getting it.
That's right. I wonder. I guess they don't really realize that, man.
Well, they will. Nobody realized it until the punishment come.
No, you're right. You're right. It brings you back to the story of Noah in the Bible. He prophesied for over 100 years, trying to get these hard-headed people to listen, and they mocked and scoffed, and then listened to that to the Most High, open up the earth, man, and flooded the earth. So you're right, man. They will in the end, man. Like I said, I'm trying to come lately, man. I caught you late. I'm gonna have to catch the replay, but like just the few minutes I caught, I was like, man, Cam on here dropping bombs again. I just had to come in and support you, bro. You are absolutely right. Hey, man, I'm speaking to the black men, man. You better boot up and get your mind right, man. Get ready. You know what I'm saying? Because, only the strong gonna survive this one, man.
Absolutely. Man, much love, Ed, man. Like I say, VIP with you, bro. Anytime you see me on, you want to say something, man, just tap in. You on.
Salute, brother. Stay up.
All right, you too, Ed. Salute. God figures. We feel the mother's feelings and emotions as we're being created in the womb. So those actions are shown in our communities. Absolutely. Mark, man, they've been like that before rap, just got bigger platform to spew out BS. And not really. I mean, we got the history. Mark, I don't know how well studied you are, or how much of an activist and a scientist you are in this subject, but the Nation of Islam, brothers, we got all of the receipts. So we wasn't nothing like this. Our women wasn't nothing like this until the 70s, until after the 70s. After 1975, then it went full spiral. The whole agenda 21, the whole agenda of the United States snakes government, went in full swing. And that's what started seducing our women into power. They started offering them money and power and independence, and a false pipe dream of equality with men, as though their own men was the oppressors. We was never the oppressors. But they listened to the serpent, and they listened to the serpent's woman, and adopted that mentality and then applied it to us as though we was the slave masters. So it was just something they wanted to do. The enemy appeals to their desires and whispers into their minds according to what they know our women desire, which is power, which is attention, you know what I mean? Which is luxury, without struggle. They want luxury without struggle. Our women, I mean, we deserve luxury, but nobody deserves nothing, of value without struggling for it. Otherwise, you wouldn't appreciate it. You wouldn't respect it. But our women have been poisoned to believe that they shouldn't have to struggle. They're anti-struggle love, even though they know that their men are the number one targets of the most powerful, wicked, serpent, beast people in the annals of history, and have been decimated. And that's why it's a shortage of us in America, because we have been targeted and taken out. So now it's not even enough of us to go around for the amount of women now that's dissatisfied that was made for a man. But we don't, our sisters don't want to acknowledge that. They want luxury without struggle. They don't want to help a man. They don't want to be a helpmeet. They don't want to help their man with the struggle to meet and overcome all of the obstacles and adversaries and the trials and the tribulations of being Black in America. Like Minister Farrakhan say, this man's heaven is our people's hell. They don't want to acknowledge that reality, so they choose the fairy tale. They choose the Satan side. And that's where we at right now. Pilgrim Warrior, to hear Michelle Obama's speech, we are absolutely their oppressors. That speech hurt. We're their oppressors. To hear Michelle Obama's speech, we are. I don't understand that. I didn't hear her speech, but some of the comments that I have heard her spewing or whatever have been totally poison. She is reflecting her husband, the man that she chose. You might start off a real sister or really about your people, but the nature of a woman is to reflect and take on the characteristics of her man that she chose. So if he turned out to be a lame and a punk and a weirdo, a coward, sellout, 304, then his wife is going to eventually become that, or she's going to become his ex. And since she didn't become his ex, that means she became what he is. So you can't trust her neither. Yeah. Hip Hop West TV, anti-struggle for sure. That's why they all selling the box from an early age on up, because of their mothers, because that's what their mothers say. Use what you got to get what you want. They don't say do what you supposed to and struggle. And even if you got to starve, don't violate the sanctity of your, virtue. Don't give away your sacred womb for nothing. They're not telling them that. They're not promoting virginity. They promoting Planned Parenthood. They promoting delete 500,000, 500,000 per year on average since 1973. Delete 30 million of your innocent human souls that God intended to come here, and you stopped it with the help of the serpent. You didn't feel like going to get a hanger and doing it the old-fashioned way and take full accountability for what happened to you. I need help from scientists. I need the scientists of evil's help to do this. So that's what they chose. They didn't choose to promote virtue and virginity and morality. No. Ain't no bag in that. That's not no luxury. It's not dangerous. It's not dangerous. It's not equal with men. You know what I'm saying? I want to do something dangerous and equal with men. I want to be rebellious. Well, you rebellious against the wrong law. Yeah, you should be rebellious against the devils and their law, but you being rebellious against God and nature and the laws of your own creation. So you're destroying yourself. Yeah. MP, do you think this is why our women is so dominant or headstrong? Because the shortage and what's up? Yeah, it's because of bitterness. It's because of disappointment. It's because of anger. They're really angry at God, but even more than that, they angry at themselves. They angry at themselves, and then they angry at God, then they angry at us. Because if you ever really listen to women once they get a certain age, they're gonna blame their father. They're gonna blame, you didn't fight hard enough for me, or you didn't discipline me like you should, or they blame their mama, or you let me do it. You know what I'm saying? You let me do it. You knew I was out of my mind, like Megan Thee Stallion. You knew I was drunk. You knew I was weak. You knew I was, no, I thought your brain was equal. I thought you had equal knowledge and equal power and equal choice with us. But then you want to use the excuse, well, women is just emotional. That ain't no excuse. You said we was equal. You said it was your body, your choice. You said you can't tell me what to do with my Uchi Wally Wally. So none of that works. That's why hell is filled up with a certain gender. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I'm on live. Hey. How you doing? You was getting your singing practice on? Your singing practice? All right. Well, yeah, I'm at an hour, y'all. That was my alarm. My alarm right here. So I'm gonna hopefully get back on here with y'all in a few. But right now I gotta tap in with the gods, the woman and girl gods of the house. Get my heaven straight. All right, peace. Be right back. Campaign trail.